So first to introduce myself, some of the members here, they already know me. My name is Sandu. Okay. Uh, since 12 years now, I did not speak publicly to such a large audience. So I lost my ability to keep this stuff. So my name is Sandu Buraga. I am a senior manager in the location-based services department. This is in Harman. And since 20 years now, we are developing navigation software for IVI systems, and Harman in general, it is known for our high-end systems. And we try to leverage the legacy of Sydney Harman in the field of high-fidelity audio, and to bring this consumer experience also in automotive. And one of the topics, it is navigation. Harman developed since 20 years now navigation software. And today I'm going to discuss about two of our achievements that we are proud of. One of them, it is online routing, and the other one, it is advanced map rendering. So I will start with the online routing. So electrification, it is given. Okay. So, electrification, it is a given fact in the automotive industry. There is no point back. So we reached the tipping point last year also in terms of sales of EVs, and also the regulators, they are pushing in this direction. And the reality is that if we adopt EV vehicles, we will reduce, at least in theory, up to 60% of the CO2 emissions. However, there is still a problem, which is related to the density, to the energy density. So in 1 kilo of diesel, we have 12,000 watt-hour energy, but in 1 kilo of battery, we have 130 watt-hour. So even if the efficiency of the electric engine, it is 95%, in reality, we are using 80% for transportation. In the case of a diesel engine, we are using 20% of the energy for transportation itself. But if we calculate, still we remain with a huge difference. So I calculated for 1 kilogram, you still have 2,400 watt-hours, and with an electric battery about 100 watt-hours. So this has an impact in how much you can travel. Simply, you cannot, what a regular German does in the summer, with one fuel tank, you go on vacation from Munich to Nice. This is technically is not possible. So you have this range anxiety. So what we did, we developed an online EV routing service, which currently it is in production. It is in SOP with one of our partners, BMW. And what you can see here are real images from the vehicles, which this service, it is in SOP since more than 1 year now. And we have 2 billion requests per day, which are processed by our service, and we consider this is an achievement. And okay. What we take in account when we calculate this route, this is optimized depending on the type of the vehicle, charging time, and also the characteristics of the battery, because we don't want to damage the battery. Of course, this is coming from the car makers, because they have access to the battery management system, and they know better the characteristics of the battery. This is input for us, but based on this, our routing algorithm it is not just a regular algorithm which calculates the shortest path in a graph based on some costs. We are applying additional algorithms in order to calculate the optimal charging path as well, in terms of types of plugs which are there to fit the vehicle, the providers, because usually the car makers, they have their own agreed providers, payment types, and so on. So this is a complete solution that it is provided in our side. Now, the nice part here, it is that this solution works with both with legacy NDS classic systems, but also with NDS Live. So we we envision our solution to be ready also for NDS lives. Technically, in this moment, we do not have an SOP with an NDS live solution. However, all our demos in this moment and presentations are based only on NDS live. So we are also NDS live compatible because this is the topic of this meeting. I will move further, and I was asked to be short. Marcus, usually I talk too much. Another topic that Harman tries to leverage, as I already said, it is the in-cabin experience. So we invested a lot in the area of advanced map rendering, and we are proud to say that we have beautiful products. And what you can see here, this is a map rendering of Lake Garda. This is a standard Linux navigation, state-of-the-art Linux navigation, which is currently on the field. And we managed to achieve this level of rendering, which is beautiful. This is another example, different styles developed by our group. Yeah. The same stuff, so in London and Lake Garda. And what this is based on an NDS Classic, and this is a Linux system. And what we have tried to do to bring something similar also in NDS Live and also in Android context, because the future of, we consider that the future for IVI systems, it is Android Automotive. Not gas systems, so Android Automotive. Android is an application framework infrastructure. So our focus, it was to bring this experience, which we already have in the Linux world, in the Android world. And here what you can see, this is a recording from an Android tablet with a Samsung Exynos 9. But the same stuff works the same on our systems. We are using Android Automotive 12 in-house for our new project development, and we are currently migrating to Android Automotive 13. And our standard choice, it is the Samsung Exynos 9 Auto. This is the flagship SoC of our mother company. And I will play now the video. The data, it is not pre-cached, so everything it is load in real time. So you can see this because there are some lags sometimes in rendering because the data, it is not there yet. And our main developer, the chief architect, had a preference for Lake Garda. He's doing a lot of cycling there, and he knows pretty well the area. And now he's switching to London. Yeah, and what we also observed that NDS Live, it is pretty compact, and in terms of data transfer, it is acting pretty good. Okay, now the reality it is that we also run this exercise here in Munich, and the Amazon servers, they are located in Frankfurt. So we expect also to have a pretty good latency. But you can see how the data it is fetched. And here also, in this context, we took advantage by the fact that we are partner. So Samsung has a tradition, and it is partner with Google, and we try to use as much as possible the insights of the Android system, because Harman is also integrating Android Automotive systems. So it is essential to understand how Android works under the hood. And I will move to the next video. Here it is a classical example. This is something that there is also in SOP in all our projects, this feature. So this is the sunrise rendering, and what is particular here, this is a feature which usually it was requested by the car makers. You see the shadows, they are moving depending on the position of the vehicle, heading, and the position of the sun. And this is everything that is calculated real time and also when you are driving. So not only in this static situation. Okay. Now, future cases that we are working to bring, that we already have in Linux world, and we are trying to bring them into the Android world. So, okay, this is the height map based terrain model. So everything here, it is NDS Live that you see here. This feature we already have. We managed to bring it to NDS Live as well. This is a feature that will be soon available. Also the space view to offer this beautiful experience. The water reflections, which require some special algorithms, they are already in place. You've seen the video. Also, these kind of features can be in place, created. We already have them in production, and we are currently working to bring them to the Android world as well, and NDS Live. Soft shadows and the material-based bloom. So in LBS, in our group, in Harman, we are putting a lot of effort in these advanced rendering topics because for our traditional market, which was premium car makers, that made a difference and allowed us to differentiate from other navigation software suppliers. And we are confident that this beautiful map viewer, and this is, we're working, it is data agnostic. And so it means that it's not only about NDS Live, TomTom data, here data, OpenStreetMap, can operate also with other sources like Mapbox tiles, Google Geospatial data, everything that might be out there, geospatial data. Okay, that was everything from my side. Marcus, did I fit in 12 minutes?